there are riders that affect the death benefit. Let me give you kind of an overview real quickly here, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail on each of these. So, for example, riders that increase death benefit is something called AD&D. It pays double or triple indemnity if you die because of a direct result of an accident. We'll get into that in a moment. There's something called guaranteed insurability. Would not be something you'd want to suggest to all your clients, but there is a great fit for it. It allows a person to add death benefit later on without having to go through a physical. We'll talk about it more in a moment. And return of premium, that's where someone would get the original face amount and the premiums that had been paid in over the life of the policy. Could be quite a large payout. There's also a rider that decreases death benefit. It's referred to as the accelerated living benefits. And basically, a lot of people use these either for catastrophic medical bills, for example. And what it is, as the insured, you are spending down the death benefit because you have catastrophic medical bills. You've been diagnosed with a terminal illness. Another form of this is a long-term care rider where if you go into a nursing home, it will invade the death benefit and start paying out the death benefit for those types of things while you are still alive. So it's going to lower the death benefit that would remain on the policy for your beneficiaries. Accidental death. This rider is actually a form of accident insurance that is attached to a life insurance policy to add benefit. It's got two parts actually. It's called AD and D. The first D is for death, the second one is for dismemberment. So let's talk about the death benefit portion. The accidental death pays multiples of the face amount. You have to die as a direct result of an accident within 90 days of the accident. And it will pay the principal sum. That's a term you might want to remember. The principal sum is what is paid out for the death benefit. For example, you have a $100,000 death benefit on your regular policy, and you have this rider attached to it, and you have a double indemnity. You die within 90 days as a result of an accident, the insurance policy would pay out $200,000 of death benefit. It doubles it. Or you could have a triple indemnity where it will pay out 3 times the death benefit. So same example, $100,000 death benefit, you die within 90 days of an accident, it will pay out $300,000 for your beneficiary. So that's the principal sum. So what happens if you don't die in the accident, but you have a dismemberment, you lose a leg or an arm or a foot or a hand or some type of limb? What it pays out then is called the capital sum. And it's usually a percentage of the face amount of the policy because you didn't die, but because of that accident, you have lost some body parts. So the capital sum is usually a percentage. Typically, it'll pay half, 50% of the death benefit. So if you have a $100,000 face amount, the capital sum that would be paid out should you have a dismemberment would be $50,000 to you while you're still alive because of losing a limb due to the accident. Guaranteed insurability rider. This is a great rider for certain people. You wouldn't suggest this to everybody, but what the guaranteed insurability rider does, you put it on the policy when it's taken out. And down the road, in the future, if the insured becomes uninsurable because of a health situation, maybe the family has a history of a life-threatening condition or disease. So they're healthy now, they take out the policy, and they add this guaranteed insurability rider. It allows the insured at intervals during the policy, usually every 3 years or every 5 years, the insurance company will contact them and say, would you like to increase the death benefit with no evidence of insurability, meaning you don't have to go through a physical. Also, if you have life changes like a marriage or you have children, you can notify the insurance company and say, hey, I would like to increase my death benefit now on the policy because you have this rider. So maybe the first time the rider is offered, the insured is still healthy and says, no, I'm okay with the death benefit for right now. The next time they come to them, maybe now the insured has been diagnosed with the dread disease that the family has a history of and knows that, the life expectancy has now been reduced because they are now suffering from this disease. So they could go ahead and exercise the right to increase the death benefit. So they go ahead and say, yes, I am going to increase the death benefit. Let's say they started out with a $100,000 death benefit and they want to add $50,000 more. So now they have a $150,000 death benefit. Think about this. This could be a question on the exam. If they exercise the guaranteed insurability rider, meaning they want to now raise their death benefit, what does that do to their premium? Does it increase the premium? Does it stay the same, or does the premium go down? Think about it. They now have a higher death benefit, a higher limit to the policy that the insurance company has to pay out contractually. So they've got more death benefit. Of course, their premium is going to go up when they exercise that option and increase the death benefit. So this rider, the guaranteed insurability rider, if it is used, is going to increase the premium at the time they raise the death benefit. That's what you need to know.